Wow, that person lived to be over 100, 109.
Which one?
Alice Jarvey. Did my math add up correctly?
Yes. Wow.
Wow.
Good for her. I don't know, though. I don't know if I want to live to be that long. Because it depends on who else is
around?
still alive. Yeah.
What's the state of the world? Actually, I have one fact.
Please.
So he was known to be a really quiet guy, and there was a party, and someone...
Silent Coolidge. Is that
Huh?
a thing? Forget it.
I don't
Keep
know.
going.
Maybe.
I might
Now
have
you
made
do
that
know.
up.
So he was really quiet. There was a big party. Someone dared Coolidge, like, hey, I bet you can't get him to talk. So they go up to him. He goes, excuse me, Mr. President. So someone dared me to see if I can get you to talk. I just need you to say
led
3
with
words.
it. Yeah.
That's it. And he goes, you lose.
That is kind of genius.
Isn't that a boss move?
That is so funny.
And then went back to just being quiet. I found the best connections, like especially in a romantic sense, happen when I have no problem being myself from the very beginning.
100%, yeah.
Where we'll meet, like I've gone on, like I've been on the apps when I've been like not in the best place, or like as in like not feeling super confident about myself.
Yeah.
So folks will ask something and I'll like dress it up, or they'll like their job will be really cool. So I'll like try to like hype mine up a little bit to match it.
To share those, like looking for moments to share those little tidbits about yourself that feel cool and interesting.
I want to like vomit when that happens. Like, just, casually drop like the, it's like that time when I was like interviewing Michael Jordan, which I have not done. But
I really like that. I feel like a big part of how I think about it is this idea of being able to like come as you are around other people, rather than putting on this persona of yourself that is kind of like, I don't know, tailored to what you think the other person will be most receptive to. And I feel like I struggle with that a lot because like I do have a tendency to people please. And so sometimes I think there is this element of like certain interactions where I'm like, am I being kind of performative right now? And I feel like that to me is like the opposite of vulnerability, when you're trying to like come not as you are, but as you think someone else wants you to be.
Wow.
But yeah, I think there is something really lovely when you feel like you're able to kind of have those connections with people where you are just able to be, and there's like a certain level of like ease that comes with that. Not that it's comfortable all the time, because I think discomfort is like a big part of vulnerability as well, and being able to like lean into it a little bit. But yeah, maybe it's this idea of just like getting to a point with people where you don't need to feel like quote unquote on.
Like, is that something like you need to bring personally, or is it like, do you know what I mean? Like, or is it something you set up or is it just the connection?
I think it's a lot about the connection. And I think to your point, like, I think it's also about recognizing like that there are people that I won't want to be vulnerable with, and that's fine too. Because there is this level of like, I also need to be thinking about how I feel.
So the defense of that, of bringing that stuff up, is like, you're really proud of that, right?
Yeah.
And talking about it, you feel really good about yourself. And like, you want to feel really good on a date. Like, you want to feel like your best self. So you talk about the things that give you like pride and energy. So or especially if it's like, you're a little uncomfortable with the person, I get bringing it back to like something you're really proud of.
Totally. I think that another piece of it that's very related to that is also just this idea of like growing these relationships with people that I care about or think I might care about. Feeling this almost like desire to be like, well, I want to give this person every possible opportunity that I can for them to also want to have this connection with me. And I think that like sometimes it's just very easy for me to get into this mindset of like, oh, and the way to do that is to like be an interesting enough or like cool enough or smart enough person that they'll then want to spend time with me, versus just like being able to just be vulnerable in a way that actually makes that.
So I
Interesting.
have a big question then.
Oh,
What are
yeah.
your selling points?
Yeah.
What are the things where you're like,
I'm
I gotta get this one out, date one, or like I gotta.
I'm like painfully aware of what they are. And I
wanna
feel
guess.
very aware.
I
You
kinda
wanna
wanna-
take a guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, go, please.
Africa.
Yeah.
Living in Africa.
Yeah.
Your job.
Yeah.
Job
I think
title. The
so.
function.
Less so job title, but like name of the company and yeah, what I do.
All right, now you go. Those are. I think Africa was like one of my top.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. If I can slip in and that time when I lived
How do you
in
do
Ghana.
it? Yeah.
To be honest, it's been a minute since I've been on a dating app, but I'm sure it's in there.
Oh, on your profile. Oh wait, hey, there's Lincoln's grave, I believe.
That totally makes sense.
The old-
Yeah, he was definitely buried in
All right, we'll do a different one.
Sunset Park in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
Isn't
Good
that?
old Dave.
Isn't that? Wait, who was dead in the 70s?
Honestly,
Is that Calvin
vulnerable
Coolidge's?
Abe.
Is that Calvin Coolidge's?
You're really testing my
Grave?
historical knowledge. Yeah.
Whoa, there's Calvin Coolidge's grave.
That's far the coolest U.S. president. Couldn't tell you one thing about Calvin Coolidge.
You're still rolling.
Oh yeah, I'll roll as long as you want.
Okay, but I kind of want to because